Now this illustration still deals with clearances from openings. Now we're still talking about 230.9. Now notice the window to the right we've already talked about, and the drop would attach to the building at least 3 foot from the opening, because we would be splicing conductors from the weatherhead to the drop. So that would be for service or feeder. We would need those clearances. 3 foot from the bottom of the window would be also required, but we could remember attach a drop above the window. So we're kind of illustrating this to the right. But notice we have a forklift there, and they are using a forklift to store equipment in an attic that is designed for storage. Now notice, if you should have any kind of an opening there, you still need that 3 foot from that opening, as you see in the illustration where the weatherhead is, with the conductors terminating to the service drop. If you had, say, a balcony there now, as you see, then you would need at least 10 foot minimum attachment, as you see in the illustration with the arrow pointing to the drop and to the balcony itself, or platform, I should say. But notice, if you terminated to the side of that platform, then notice you would be over 10 foot up and 3 foot out clearance rule. Now, through the additions of the code, this section in the past was revised so that safety was provided from openings, so that folks storing equipment and so forth, just using an area for storage and an opening for such, would have proper clearances, so that there was a greater, I should say, margin of safety provided. And this figure 6-10B concludes the wrap-up. But now, in closing, notice the opening for passing of material or window that opens. Now that indicates if a window doesn't open, this rule is not applicable. It's only applicable where stuff can pass through the window or through the opening, or the window could be raised. So keep that in mind. So we would need to review very carefully 230.9C as in car and 230.24B as in boy. Now this figure 6-10B illustrates all the openings that the code's addressing in 230.9.